Trout fishing used to be the domain of fly fishermen and trollers. These days, sport fishing for trout has morphed into a variety of techniques that make trout fishing a lot more accessible to all fishermen. Today I was heading out to a spot that had been producing well, and just as we were arriving, local jigging expert and fly tyer Pat Swift was already netting his first fish. Things were looking good. Hi, welcome to Daiwa Fishy Business. Well, today I'm in the beautiful Rotorua Lakes district and we're fishing on Lake Rotoiti. I've come down to fish with a bunch of my mates that fish down here a lot, and what we're doing is we're trying to catch some late season rainbow trout. Now, these late season fish can be quite challenging. You've got to use your marine electronics and your skills to find them, but if you get them, the fish can be really good quality and delicious to eat. So if we get a few, we'll show you how we smoke them up, and I tell you what, they're delicious. But first of all, let's try and catch a fish.
That's all right. There's a net.
Bites come out of nowhere, don't they?
Drop it back down.
I felt him hit and then buggered off and he came back and had another look.
A bit more of a bite in the shallows, eh?
Trout jigging is a very popular way to fish these deep crater lakes, as you can quickly put your flies at the exact depth that the fish are showing. Nice work. On that yellow fly, is it?
He took the yellow lady again.
Well, I may very well have caught the smallest fish of the day, but this is one of the smelt that are schooling down there, and that's what the trout are feeding on. But this is a pretty big one, usually a little bit smaller than that, so that's a good sized smelt.
This is a typical shot of what I've just been talking about. You've got your boat here, contour lines, there's singular fish chasing lures and so on, and that's pretty much what we're looking for.
Good work, Mark.
Yeah, pretty happy. Just trying something a bit different. Yeah. The one you just picked out for me, Olive.
Yeah, I'll grab it for you. I net it.
Mark was casting and retrieving an imitation freshwater crayfish lure. Trout love to feed on freshwater crayfish, or kura as they're commonly called. Putting up a good fight, Mark.
Yeah. This is on a squid rod.
Squid rod, so a nice soft tip, eh?
Yeah.
The Daiwa one, I hope. Look at that, that's a beautiful fish.
Happy about that.
Bring him up on the gunnels, Kim.
Now that is a fat fish. That's what I would say go about, dare I say it, 3.5 kilos. Now here we go.
Are you going to keep that?
I think we might keep that one for the smoker. Nice 3 kilo plus fish. Pretty happy about that. So we just changed the lure, put on a hard body, and it worked pretty much straight away. Was letting it sink down a little bit, then winding it up, letting it sink down, wind it up, and then after a few goes, just bang, all of a sudden, nailed.
Well, we're enjoying this lovely Rotorua sunshine, Ken. One of the things with fishing for trout, doesn't matter whether you're trolling, jigging, fly fishing, is finding them at the right depth and using your electronics to know that you're over the fish, yeah?
Absolutely. We tend to use the electronics these days as a key tool for fishing, and we definitely like to hunt the fish down with the gear, and if you can learn to use it properly, it's massive advantages.
So the marine electronics, you know, they are a real tool for finding fish, locating the areas, locating the structure, but there's still one thing that they haven't perfected, and that's the fact they don't make the fish bite, and that's up to the angler with his skills. I'd been fishing hard and only caught one small trout, while the locals were getting plenty of fish. It had to be my turn soon. Just got nailed. Had the rod in the holder, just letting the wave action do the business. I saw it bounce. Using the Scotty, you can just grab the rod out straight away. To say I've been waiting for a bite for a while is probably an understatement. Oh, he's putting a bit of line too, feels all right. Yours nurse trout because you're on small hooks, so you don't want to try and monster them. Put them around here. Alright, not too bad either. Nice looking fish. Just got to that stage where I was getting a bit despondent because everyone else was catching fish. But yeah, no, I managed to get one there, and he's a nice one too. I was happy to see a nice rainbow coming to the net. Slide him into the net. There we go. Oh, that's a pretty good healthy looking fish. That's one we'll take home and we'll show you how good these things are smoked up. Beautiful. Persistence pays. So I caught that fish on one of Pat Swift's flies. The fly is commonly known as a grey ghost, but not all flies are the same. You might think they're just a bunch of fur and feathers, but these days, like all fishing lures, there's some technology that goes into the making of them. And Pat, for instance, he ties very, very well tied flies, which means they swim well. If you get a badly tied fly, it won't look good in the water, it won't swim well. Also, this little fly, only size 6 hook, but also has eyes, has a little bit of flash on the tail, but the most important part, the body is flash, but it's also got UV in it. And UV, as you know, is a very good thing for attracting fish, lights up underwater. And that's the fly that I caught it on, one of Pat's grey ghosts with a bit of UV, the secret weapon. Next, top tips for trout.
Try and fish straight up and down as much as possible.
Still come down to that.
The next day we decided to fish Lake Rotomar, a beautiful lake that has a population of tiger trout. And we were keen to see if Mark's daughter Olive could get one for the record books. The morning was beautiful, and although Pat managed to bag a fish, our luck was not so good, losing a couple of nice fish. As the afternoon wore on, the wind came up, and this stirred the fish into action. Olive's on! She's been talking a big game, but she's finally hooked one. How's it feel, Olive?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Just about got this fish. We've worked really hard. We've been fishing all day. Lost a couple, but this one's staying hooked. So you've caught a few record trout, have you, Olive?
Yeah.
How many?
3?
3 world record trout. Was it good fun?
Yep.
Yep. What's the secret?
I don't know.
You don't know. You just catch them. That's a nice bend in the rod. Whoa, he's fighting. Oh, I wonder what sort it is. Oh, that's a good looking fish.
Yay! Well done.
I caught this fish on Lake Rotomar. I'm very happy, but it's not a world record.
After a couple of big days fishing, we went back to Ken's to prepare our catch, and I quizzed Pat on his fishing techniques. I'm sure everyone wants to know what your big tips are, because you're so effective at catching trout in lakes.
Yeah, obviously you've got to find the fish, and from there, I guess rods or reels, using the latest technology is a big help. This reel, for example, has a line counter on it, so I know exactly where my flies are.
Yeah.
I can see them on my sounder as well, the flies as well as the fish. So it's positioning the flies in front of the fish to give yourself the best opportunity.
And having a reel like this little diver here with the counter, you know exactly where you are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that always gets me with trout jigging is you use quite heavy sinkers. So what's your theory behind that?
Yeah, well, I like to move with my electric boater quite a lot. So a 2-ounce sinker is actually sort of needed to actually do that, and try and fish straight up and down as much as possible. If I am anchored, either with the anchor rope or on the electric motor, I can drop down to 1.5. But if you're moving, a 2-ounce actually works best. As you saw today, a lot of the fish I actually caught were actually in the rod holder. So, and just keeping everything as still as possible and let the fish come to the flies rather than taking the flies to the fish.
Yeah, and just that little motion of the boat is enough to work, because you're talking a very, your flies are size 6, quite small, and it doesn't take much to make them flick and flutter and do all that sort of stuff. Now, one of the things I have trouble coming to terms with is the length of your traces for your fly jigging setups. How long are they and what weight are they, Pat?
Okay, they're 3 metres long, so from the top fly to the sinker is 3 metres. The flies are actually separated 1 metre apart, so 3 flies, and there's another 1 metre trace down to the sinker. The line between the sinker and the bottom fly is actually the lightest in this trace system, and so if you do get snagged on the bottom, that's actually going to sort of go first, which is around 8 pounds.
Yep.
And then the flies tend to be roughly about sort of 4 to 6 inches long.
Yep.
They can be a little bit longer than that.
And 10 pound?
Yeah, 10 pound.
Yep.
And then the backbone of the trace tends to be about 12 pound.
Yeah. And do you have monofilament above your trace?
Yes.
Before
yeah.
you wind it onto your reel?
Yeah.
How much of that do you have?
Today I was actually fishing quite long. I was fishing 17 metres
Yeah.
but normally I'd fish 7 metres. So
Yeah.
your 3 metres and the 7 metres is 10 metres,
Yeah.
which with the colour braid it actually goes in, or otherwise 17 plus 3 is 20 metres, and then the colour braid 10 metres again. So
Okay, so in some situations you're just fishing just off the mono.
yeah,
Okay, very interesting.
yeah, yeah.
So you've got to use a lot of mono when you're doing this trout jigging,
Yeah.
or fluorocarbon.
It's fluorocarbon because it's a lot more abrasion resistant.
Oh, I find that too, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. So you've got the secrets from Pat, the man that catches a lot of fish in these Rotorua lakes, and he doesn't hold back, he shares everything he knows, and that's what we like about Pat. A lot of people try and keep the secrets to themselves so they can catch all the fish. Not Pat. I saw him giving out flies to guys on the lake today, including me, and he helped me catch a trout. So thanks, mate. Good day.
Excellent.
I always hold the knife right up against the rib cage so I get all of it, don't waste the meat. Come down the back, bone, and you feel your way through. And cut through those lateral bones, and you can see this is a really nice.
You've done that a few times, mate.
Well, we've done a few fish over the years, and once again, just feel for that backbone.
Obviously a good sharp knife is a must.
Absolutely.
It's a good orange fish, Pat. It's obviously nice high quality fish. The colour makes a big difference when it comes to eating, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure that fish knows what kura tastes like. So.
Still come down to that. And this is where you get rid of the tail. Come through here. And there's the backbone and your rib cage. And you get rid of those lateral bones. They always go back about 40 odd degrees back towards the middle of the fish. So I just feel for them up through here, and you can see the line. You can stretch the fish to how you want. Not quite the way they do salmon, but the chefs are taught differently.
So that eliminates the need for pin boning, eh?
Absolutely. Well, I just don't find it a waste of time for the amount of fish that you might.
Well, it's
think
hard
that
work
you
too,
won't.
and if you miss one, you look not too clever.
That's right. So I just curl the knife under, so just like when you're skinning a fish, and you'll have all of those, and you do the same thing for the other side.
Now, there are many ways to eat trout, and for me, the ultimate way is smoked trout, but it has to be done well. And you've got to start with good quality ingredients, which is a good conditioned fish. But Ken and Pat know how to smoke a trout, and that's what they're going to show us now. Might seem simple, but I tell you what, the end product is divine. It's better than anything else you've ever tasted. Ken puts a generous layer of salt on the trout and then adds a few of his favourite seasonings.
The thing I do is I add a little bit of honey, and it doesn't really alter the taste of the fish other than just holds or allows the moisture to stay within the fish. It doesn't dry it out.
After the honey, Ken sprinkles the trout with soft brown sugar, using a slotted spoon for even coverage. The sugar is allowed to dissolve And then the fish is ready for the smoker. You can tell a lot about a man by his smoker. And I'll tell you what, judging by Ken's smoker, he's obviously caught a lot of fish and he's very thorough, because this is an awesome looking smoker.
That element's going now. We'll just close her up. Go and have a drink, juice or something, and come back in a couple of hours and we'll see what happens. Right, there you go.
On the sample, right?
Wow, it's hot, it'll be hot.
Man, that is just the best.